Alright folks, and welcome to the channel. I hope you're all doing marvellously well out there. And in this video we're going to take a look at Riot Drums 2. So let's check these out. Oh yeah, we're going to take a look at Riot Drums number 2 from the guys at Ugritone. This is part of their new sort of Ugritone drums drum library. Basically what they're doing is they're going back and looking at all their old libraries. They've done Riot Drums 2, Die Switch, there's a new one coming out. It'll be out by the time this video goes out. That's Arena Drums, Cult Drums 2, and they're porting everything into Ugritone drums. The layout's basically the same as Cult Drums 2, so we'll have a look at that in a moment. I thought I'd have a look at Riot Drums 2 first, because Riot Drums is where it all started for me with the guys at Ugritone, or as it was known back then, It Might Get Loud Productions. And I thought, yeah, let's take it back to the original ones. So as you can see, I'd say it looks pretty similar to Cult Drums 2. It is a similar type of setup. They've refined it a little bit and added one or two things. And when you switch between the different sort of kits, the background will change. For Riot Drums, it's gone back to that sort of original sort of basement look to it. Looks fantastic. When you load it up by default, it looks like it's in the studio. It's got a studio background. When you load Die Switch up, it's got the Die Switch background, and same with Cult Drums 2. So you've got your kit here, and if you just want to open things up like with the last few interfaces, user interfaces that they've done, left click brings the mixer up, and then right click all the different drums. The bottom of the screen, because there's really nothing at the top unless you've got MIDI devices plugged in your studio, and then it'll show you there. That button brings your mixer up. That one takes them all off, and then once you've got your mixer up, then you can go between your mix, your effects, your routing, and then you've got your MIDI screen there where you can change the MIDI notes. So if you're importing MIDI from, say, one of the other drum manufacturers, or even companies that just do MIDI and don't do drum VSTs, and the MIDI is slightly set to different keys, then you can change it there, and then you can change it from the drummer's perspective to the audience's perspective. Then there's all your presets, there's your output routing, whatever you want to call it. I've got it on the Megamix 15 outputs, and then if you notice, there's no button there for the humanize and master out volume. It's actually there now. That's what this little symbol is for. And press that.
This is the master mixer.
So first off, you've got reverbs, so you can have that disabled and send your shells out to a separate reverb, or you can use this inbuilt reverb, which is using some presets from their 1989 Verb, which is a plugin I have got and I do use quite a lot. It's quite a decent little reverb plugin. And then underneath there you've got mix, high and low pass filters. Next to that you've got your saturation channel. I have all sorts of different saturations on there, from crack, big chop, you can read them all. Some of them can get quite nasty. Yeah, we like that. And then same again, you've got mix knob, low and high pass filters. And then after that you've got delay. No choice on the delay, it's whatever delay is inbuilt. Same again, you can have a mix, but on this one you've got delay in milliseconds and feedback. And then this is where you can set your effects channel. I think when when you set it to the 15 mega output, I think by default it goes to channel 16, but I've just set it to channel 15. You just do that by clicking the up and down buttons, and then you can solo or mute that altogether. The effects, input gain and output gain there, and then this little menu here, you can just change the chain order. So by default it's reverb, saturation and delay, or you can have it as saturation, reverb and then delay, whichever you want. That's if you want to use that. You don't have to use that at all, and you can use your own saturations and reverbs and delays. And then underneath here, this is where you've got your humanize and your master gain button, and there's your settings. That's where you tell the plugin where you've put all your samples. So you can either do it as default to program data Ugritone, or you can put it to whatever folder you want to. Here's all your other settings. You can either save default, GUI, load default, GUI. There's all your fonts, force log the samples, and then if you make your own presets up, which you can with both this and Cult Drums 2, you save a preset and then load one up. So let's have a quick look at the screen itself, the actual mix screen. We've seen all this before. All your faders for your different microphones on all your channels. So for the shells, I'll probably just bring the room mics up and just bring the overheads down a little bit, and then do the opposite on the cymbals. But that's just a personal preference, you don't have to do that. And then after that, you've got your effects tab. In here, basically all you've got is 3-band EQ for each part of the kit, and then here's your sends for the effects channel, the compressor and the effects send. So if you didn't want to send any of that to the effects and the compressor, you just turn them down altogether, or you can have anywhere in between as much as you want. And also in this screen, this is where you can load up one shots. You can either load up ones from Ugritone or any that you've got of your own, and this is where you can blend them in if you wanted to blend them in here or have them on a separate fader. That's entirely up to you, don't blame me, it's all your fault. That's just your routing, whatever. Routing over here, routing over in the States or North America. So now we've had a look at that, have a listen to the different presets in Riot Drums without any processing on. These what sound like raw. All I've done is just done a little bit of panning on the drum bus submix. I've just put a high filter in at 32 Hertz, and then on the cymbals one I've taken it all the way up to 600 Hertz. I've done nothing else, and I've just got a little bit of basic processing on the main fader. As you see, there's no other processing on there at all. First one we'll have a look at is obviously Riot Drums 2. This is New Anarchy. This one's Punk Practice. This is Reverb Punk. And this is Start a New Riot. So there's all the presets in their raw form, but let's see what they sound like in a mix. So yeah, there you go, folks. That was Riot Drums number 2. What do I think about this this drum plugin?
Does it get the Wizard's seal of approval? Or does it get the finger of doom?
Well, I think you know the answer to this question already. He gets a Wizard's seal of approval. I was a big fan of the original Riot Drums, and yeah, I'm a big fan of these. Yeah, they've done a little bit of tweaking on the actual samples themselves. I think they may have re-recorded some bits and pieces as well here and there. Some of the shells I think may have been re-recorded from the original Riot Drums. Yeah, they've still got that raw sound, and yeah, I'll definitely be using them, whether it's some punky hardcore style riffs or maybe with some grindcore. Maybe add the odd other sample in here and there just to blend in, just to fill things out a little bit. But yeah, I'm absolutely loving these, and I think some of you guys out there will like him too. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I'm going to leave a link to the Ugritone website down in the description. That's all for this video. I will catch you on the next one. Right folks, have you enjoyed that video? You can follow me on social media and you can get my music online, and if you want to support the channel, there's Buy Me a Coffee and PayPal links. They're all down in the description. Click up here to subscribe and click the link down there for videos that you may not have seen. Keep it loud and keep it heavy.